Putting that contact on.
What up, world? Back again. Craft beer going wild. Eric messing with his eye. I have no idea what's happening over there. But
Matthew McConaughey.
but we are here to drink beer and to talk about beer and snacks. And some of the guys have seen them bring some snacks with them. One has actually made a full dish. And it's going to be a pretty good event. And hopefully these might be some snacks you can use next week during Thanksgiving. So I am Rajay, along with the rest of the crew who can introduce themselves.
I am Thomas Mill 75 from the Massachusetts Beer Review channel of YouTube, located in southeastern Massachusetts on the border of Rhode Island, with our third-time guest, Dave, from the same area.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Hey.
And anybody else? Anybody else here?
Did Jordan already talk?
Not yet.
I did not. Jordan from reviewing under influence on YouTube, Untapped, Facebook, and Twitter. Check it out. Cheers.
I am Jean Henderson Pierre. Just type in Jean, Jean, H, initial Pierre, Pierre. I'm on YouTube, and I share my videos also on Facebook. And tonight I'm having Modelo Especial.
All right.
Excellent. So we may have other people dropping in and out during the course of time that just aren't here yet. As always, we try to take a look at some fun things and enjoy some beers. John mentioned he's actually having a Modelo. I am actually having a Brooklyn Oktoberfest, which
nice.
I have not actually had before for some reason. Of all the Brooklyn beers I've had, don't know why I did not have this one previously. So checking this one out tonight, and should be a pretty good beer.
We used to get
Dave and I are drinking the Molson's Golden for when we make some Canadian-style nachos. Yeah, Dave can explain all about those Canadian-style nachos.
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon, or what we call ham.
Yeah.
I would assume that this is a 5%. This is 5% alcohol by volume. It's made by Molson Coors in Golden, Colorado, which is Coors, Coors. And they say it's especially brewed for the unique flavor of an ale and a lager, which kind of sounds like a cream ale, if you ask me.
Well, you try it, drink it. It feels like you're drinking Saison. It's weird.
It feels like you're drinking a Saison from Molson. I'm not going that far, folks. But it is nice for what it is, yeah.
And what do you have there, Jordan?
I have the Brewery Turo's Saison.
Oh, $27 beer. Woo!
15. But
no, not too bad.
Yeah, pretty cool. Saison with Brettanomyces and 3 generations of German hops.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Can't hate on that.
Amen.
Yeah. So the Brooklyn Oktoberfest, that actually comes in at 5.5% ABV.
That ain't bad.
Like most Marzens, pretty much the taste I'm getting is pretty malt forward. Getting some of that caramelized type malt. Has an okay mouthfeel. It is kind of thin. It's thinner than I usually like on the beer. It sits pretty much as a medium body. Not much aftertaste. And overall, it's pretty decent, I guess. I'm not a huge Marzen fan, so they don't knock me back really half the time. But it's one you can sit there and enjoy, it seems. So we'll see how it goes through the course of everything. The head's already dying down a little bit. Trying to leave a little bit of lacing, but struggling there. All in all, not a bad beer. I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5. So,
okay. Rajay, would you say
right now?
Rajay, would you say it'd be better if it was just a little bit warm? You think the beer may have a little more flavor if it was like just warmed up just a little bit?
Yeah, because I mean, with it being a craft beer, it'll definitely warm up a little bit here. So I'm going to see how it goes during the course of time. But it should bring out more of that flavor and some of the aroma as well. It's probably been out of the fridge for about 5 minutes or so. So yeah, as it sits in the glass, I should get a little bit more of a kick from it.
Okay.
But before we get into snacks, anybody else want to talk about their beer, they can.
Yeah, I was trying to look up some information, and my phone doesn't want to give me the information on the Miller Coors or the Molson Coors website. But again, we are drinking the Molson's Golden, which I find out on Beer Advocate is a 5% American pale lager. So it's not considered. I'm sure they use some kind of corn or corn syrup in the beer, but they're not calling it an adjunct lager. They're just calling it lager style. And again, they're trying to sort of give you flavors of an ale and a lager, which kind of would remind me in definition of almost a cream ale to a certain extent. It just looks like a American style adjunct lager with a little more of a darker golden color. It does come in these green bottles, which is its only downfall on it. And I know our buddy Eric, a Lions fan, would probably give this beer an immediate 10-point deduction because it has no ABV listed on the bottle.
Yeah, I tried to reach out to Eric to see about him jumping in. He wanted to try to catch the show.
And this says February 20th, 2017 is their best buy on it.
But does that taste like a pale? Because I know Untappd has it listed as a blonde ale.
What would you say about that, Dave? The flavor?
Kind of like a Ballantine ale, right? In a way, kind of like
a light blonde ale. That's probably
I would say Ballantine's probably not a terrible description. I think Ballantine ale has a substantial amount of flavor over this one.
Yeah, I can't knock it though. I mean, nothing that's revolting about it though.
No, it does have the adjunct lager feel. It does have that smell of the sweet corn and those cooked vegetables, that vegetal kind of smell, and that wet cardboard that I typically do get from a Molson product. And the taste is kind of like that. I mean, it's got a little bit more body. It's slightly creamy and smooth in the mouthfeel. Not a large head not a large head here, not a large head in the Samuel Adams lager glass.
Right.
But I mean, it's got those light flavors of the adjuncts with some extra grassy hops going on in there. Bitterness is low. Again, you get all those adjuncty flavors, but I think compared to the Molson Canadian, the adjuncts are way played down in this one, which is nice. So I would say, I guess I would give it a high B- for what it really is. It's not bad for Molson, and it's not skunky.
But it's an ale, not a lager, though, right?
No, they're considering it on, at least to rate beer, or Beer Advocate, they're considering it an American pale lager.
Oh, they're a pale lager. Okay. All right. So somebody on tap may have just misclassified it as a blonde ale, which does
it does have a little bit. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a bready, like a white bread, a biscuity kind of a malty note. If I didn't mention that, then there you go.
You know, it's got the feel to it a little bit too as well. It's you ever had the Guinness like a blonde lager, like the blonde lager that they created?
Actually, no, I haven't had that American lager.
It's kind of like that, but like all these considered watered down. If you took those like conceptions and you put that together, you probably would get this beverage. I mean, that's the thing.
Well, it's not bad for Molson, and that's what I guess we'll say about that beer.
I mean, it's light, it's sessionable. I mean, it's not my first choice, but I'll be the first one to say it won't be my last choice of beer to try either.
It's a good style with the pretzels, and it's a good style with some Mexican finger food like the nachos or tacos or taquitos from a gas station or something like that.
I mean, the only thing I need right now is probably the growing plate of Canadians, and I'd probably be sitting happy right now.
Yeah.
Taquitos, yes.
You always want to pair something with the gas station, for sure.
Rolled chicken tacos from Taco Bell.
I like those styles of beers with like salt and pepper wings, you know? Nothing too spicy.
Hot foods would be great with this beer. Yeah.
I mean, it's got that, kind of like the watery texture too as well, a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely reminds you that it's still a American style lager beer.
Like a very light American lager beer.
Not bad, Molson. If you want a Molson beer, drink this one. Or the XXX.
So Jordan or John, you want to talk about yours?
Giver.
Okay. Mine is the Modelo Especial I'm having tonight. It is considered, I guess, American adjunct lager.
Your screen is black, John.
It is. I'm still talking.
No, we can see him. That's your guys' thing.
Dave and I don't.
Okay.
Whoa.
American adjunct lager. It's 4.4 alcohol by volume. Had this before, and it is a refreshing drink. Like I said, I picked this up on my way tonight because I was out of beer. So I said, well, they're doing a discussion about bar food. I said, well, this would be perfect.
You should never run out of beer, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I should always have a full stack. I know. I was a lot of football on Sunday, and I think I pretty much went through some of it, and I might to restock for this weekend. But anyway, yeah, this is a perfect beer. Like I said, I've had this before, not just with any Mexican food. You can have this with. I just munched down on some wings I had last night, and I had more left over, and I just had a little refresh a little bit with a little bit of some a little sweet type of hot sauce that's really hot, and kind of dress those wings in those, and it's going down very perfectly with this. I mean, it's some nice malts to this beer. Definitely, it tastes a little bit of some rice in this. It's your standard, but I think, like I said, with anything foreign, with these styles of beers or beers that are made overseas, they tend to have more of an umph to it than the ones made in America. Is this Victoria, Pacifico, Takata, what else I said? El Presidente.
There's the Dos Equis.
Exactly. Dos Equis Ambar. They tend to have a little more, even though the ABV may be lower, but it tends to have a little more flavor to it. So I enjoyed it, and despite what Beer Advocate says, they're giving it a poor score, but I know that the Olsen brothers gave it a good score, gave it like an okay score. I'm going to go with them since they're pretty much fair down the middle when it comes to scoring beer. So
right.
I say between 1 to 5, I'm going to give this thing a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think a beer like that is not going to get a high score from like a craft beer diehard.
Great beer probably. I know they trashed it, so
yeah,
I saw their score.
And again, that gets back to the whole thing where sometimes you got to set beers for what they are, and that's just what they're playing. They're not going to play that beer's not going to play well against a lot of the craft beers that are out in the marketplace, but it's not an undesirable beer. I relate back to the Newcastle Brown Ale. If you take that Brown Ale versus other ones, it does not taste as good, but at the time when it came out, and it's the reason the Brown Ale movement started. Right.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal, and it's still a nice one to go back just to have once in a while to see where everything came from and to enjoy some of the flavors that are presented. So people can take that for what it may. Don't think every beer is going to be this great beer knock you out. Some beers are just going to be.
Not every beer. Yeah, not every beer is going to knock the socks off of every beer critic out there in the world. But I think for what Jean is drinking and what Dave and I are drinking, it just goes perfectly with snacking, and that's where it really does work well with pairing with foods. It almost never will clash with any food almost.
Hot wings, whatever, Mexican, like I said, nachos, whatever it is, perfect.
Yeah, you get some flexibility with
burgers and dogs. Yeah.
You want to talk yours, Jordan?
Yeah, sure. Drinking the brewery's Tarot, their Saison. It's brewed with Brettanomyces, like I was saying earlier, as well as 3 generations of, including, I believe, Hallertau Mittelfruit, or whatever you pronounce that as, Opal, Mandarina Bavaria, and some Hallertauer Blanc. And yeah, really nice beer. It did pour like 4 fingers of a monstrous, fluffy, bright white head, but died down pretty quick. Pours a nice golden yellow kind of color, bright white head. The aroma on this one, yeah, it's like if you've had any of the brewery's Saisons, their wild Saisons, it's that aroma. I mean, tons of Brett characters, some white wine kind of characters, lots of like honey malt, stuff like that, some like honey kind of characters.
Excellent.
Yeah, very spicy kind of flavor, you know?
Cheers.
I think that would go good with a roast turkey meal.
Well, it's going damn good with the meal I'm having, which is mac and cheese, y'all.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Real mac and cheese, not that easy mac crap.
It seems like usually
I like mine with the burnt cheese up top. You know, I love mine.
Oh yeah,
like that.
the
Yes.
breadcrumbs, the creamy but not soupy.
That
you know,
extra
Love it.
funky, you know, extra sharp cheese. You know, I'm a
Oh,
Mac.
yeah, some nice,
New York cheddar or Wisconsin style cheddar. You know.
Well, usually
Vermont.
there's some macaroni and cheese on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving tables, so there you go, right? But you know, as you
Yummy.
talk into some of the different things people will be eating, you know, next week, you know, if you're gonna have a beer, you try to find out some things that might kind of match up. And it's funny because you have the mac and cheese, and one of the things I was actually taking a look at and studying, when it comes to pairing a lot of the foods, they actually recommend cheese as kind of a beginning spot when you're pairing beer stuff with, because of some of the versatility. And just to throw a couple out there to you, if you have a pale ale, it's recommended with sharp cheddar. If you have a wheat beer, feta cheese. If you
I'd
have
say like with the wheat beer, you'd want like brie or something like a goat.
Gorgonzola.
well,
Yeah,
sometimes I guess
Gouda.
what they're looking at on this one, they kind of have it with the feta, but kind of that soft kind of cheese. So probably blue cheese or something that could probably be in there as well. And this is just the one example they were using. If you have like a fruit beer, it's a mascarpone, Pilsner, American cheese, brown ale, Colby cheese. Now they come back with blue cheese and they actually say barley wine beer.
Yeah, you want to have the heartier cheeses with the more robust flavors, with a more robust style beer, I would think.
Yeah.
I often do
Yeah.
like barrel aged stouts with blue cheese, stuff like that. A nice Stilton, something like that. Really pungent.
Really funky and
Blue cheese is supposed to be good with
something really funky and like
blue cheese is also supposed to be good with IPAs as well. And
Oh,
like,
I like
definitely.
IPA with
Parmesan cheese
like
too.
Parmigiano.
yeah, like
Parmigiano,
Parmesan cheese, they talk about with amber lager. What I'm actually drinking Oktoberfest, they talk about with Swiss cheese, Gruyere, with like Bock beers. And they actually say Gouda with dry stouts.
Maybe a nice sour beer would go with Limburger or something.
yeah. Honestly, like a nice funky Belgian sour with a lighter beer like a Gorgonzola or a Limburger, something like that. Really funky beer is fantastic, man. Like unbelievable.
Last year, I had O'Fallon pumpkin beer for Thanksgiving, and it kind of went with just about everything that was being served, you know, that day. Now, is there one? In all the styles y'all talking about is great, but is there one particular beer to have with everything that's being served that Thanksgiving Day? Like
I don't know
turkey,
about that, John.
Because you know why? All the
I'd
time, I'm always drinking either red wine or or drinking or drinking white wine most of the Thanksgiving. And this is the last Thanksgiving was the first time I had beer. I had that O'Fallon pumpkin, and I had it for just with the meat with whatever. And I think it paired well with everything I had. And I'm trying to figure out, is there one beer out there that I can get that I'm going to have that's going to match and pair with everything that's being served, whether it be turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet candy yams, all that good stuff.
That's
Mac
a
and
I'd
cheese.
say with the Thanksgiving meal, I would want like a Sam Adams Boston Lager or their winter.
That's what I kind of thought. Yeah, the Boston Lager.
Yeah, I would think that you want to watch out when it comes to winter beers and winter warmers because depending on what the spice level is with the roast you have and what kind of ingredients are going into side dishes, sometimes those winter beers can overpower with their own spice blend inside of that beer. Typically what I've heard and what I've tried to do in the past, although I like to try to do something new every year, is typically a safe spot to go is a Saison. I think that's typically a really safe place to go. So if you can acquire a bottle of Saison DuPont and you want to try that with Thanksgiving turkey, I think that would work excellent with lots of the side dishes as well.
A farmhouse ale type beer, right?
Yeah, I think if you look at like a Saison and being a farmhouse ale and knowing that history of it, those were kind of, coming off a lot of the farmland. So you had a lot more of a wider variety of food. So that might not be a bad one to actually have because that was kind of maybe a little more versatile with all the different foods that might be at the table.
Maybe a Belgian double would work well.
Triple would
some stuff, yeah. And the one thing is when you're actually looking at a lot of these foods, and it's a matter of finding out, what is the thing that comes out the most from that food is what you want to have come out the most from the beer. So you're trying to match those two things. And I relate it back to like when I used to be a DJ on the radio, and we'd actually mix stuff. You always look for that one treble note where you can actually match up the beats to go together, and it's kind of matching the same thing in food. You have to find the overdriving force to match up between both the beer and the food. So if it's something like, say, a Ghost, for instance, Ghost goes very well with salty type food. So if you're having like pickles, they're great to match up with Ghost because you're getting that saltiness at the end, and they both come together very nicely. If you're having a dessert beer like a stout, that matches up well with a lot of the desserts, especially like chocolate type desserts.
Right.
Yeah, my buddy Dave is recommending even a mead could go well with turkey.
Oh yeah,
Viking's blood.
Viking's blood, he said.
yeah. Or maybe like a cider too.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I forget what the name of the cider was.
I'm not a cider. I don't consider cider.
I forget the name of the cider. It came out of the state of New York. The state of New York has a cidery or a place that makes these ciders that they use. They have like four different. I'm gonna have to send you guys the link to their name.
Okay.
But they have four different ciders in this line of ciders from the state of New York, and they all use. And they're all basically made with a different recipe, but they all use Saison or a Belgian yeast strain inside of the cider, which could work very nice, I think, with a turkey. If you wanted to try cider, I was thinking maybe going along those lines this year.
Hey, John. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm sorry.
Come on here.
Hey, Eric told me to join. I was like, oh, what the hell? I'll join. So what is this about tonight?
We're doing. We're pairing our snacks.
You're all right.
We're pairing snacks with a beer.
Oh, awesome.
You got a fruit cake to go with that Christmas ale or something?
I should. This stuff is amazing. Like
what are you drinking, John?
this. It's Saint Bernardus Christmas Ale.
Oh yeah.
What's the ABV?
Oh my lord! Like this is
This
is magic in a bottle. Like this tastes amazing. This is like when you want to sit down and have a well crafted beer. This is definitely something. $6 for this bottle hurt, but
What's the
this is
ABV,
really good.
John? What's the ABV?
10%.
Oh,
nice.
More than Molson Golden.
Yeah. Oh,
That
I
means-
love Belgian Trappist beers. Oh, they're so good.
which means you're staying home tonight, right?
Yeah, I got the Wizards game on.
Oh, they got
It's sitting pretty. The guy is sitting pretty. He's got a good beer. He's got a good game. He's good.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Panthers play at 8:30, so I'll watch that too.
Yeah,
But
they're
I'm probably
playing
passing out.
right now against the Saints.
Yeah, they're playing right now. I'm watching it.
And then it's a Tom
Wait,
Brady
what time is it?
touchdown.
Oh shit! It just started.
And Houston is actually up
we start creating abominations.
You're a
Dude,
college
this is
fan.
my first beer I've had all day. I had way too much last night.
Well, you want to tell us about your beer?
We got to make some nachos. We'll be right back.
It's a Christmas wish come true. It's so good.
Yeah, Bernard.
I don't know. It's you don't really
And
taste
who
the
makes
spice
it?
too much. You can definitely taste that Belgian yeast.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of has
Who makes
that-
it? John, who makes that beer?
Saint Bernardus. Hold on, I can tell you. Man, I really need to learn how to speak German.
Okay. And what's the what size bottle? Is that 12 ounce or
11-2.
9.2? Yeah.
It's
$6.
owned by the Belgian Family Brewers Association.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to brew for Trappist Westflerten.
Yeah, like this is all good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I wish
what-
these
what's
monks
it
were my
called?
bros.
AB12. The AB12
Monks
is
do all right
awesome.
making beer.
Like no, I gotta. Have y'all had the celebrations by Sierra Nevada?
That's pretty good. I like that one.
I tried it on draft. God,
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah,
It's really
and I'm
good.
not a real big Sierra Nevada fan, but that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Normally their
actually
stuff tastes like a pine cone.
in 1001 beers you must taste before you die.
Oh
So
wow,
it's,
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's one of the good ones they have for them.
You know what else is a good beer for like wintertime? Old Fezziwig.
I haven't had that. I've heard of it, but I haven't had that one before.
Oh shoot, it's so good. It's supposedly the ale version of winter lager, but they of course an ale is going to taste different than a lager.
Yeah. Well, by the fermentation.
The more of the flavors come out in that beer to me. You ever heard of Busch Gardens Williamsburg?
Yeah, been to Busch Gardens when I was a kid.
Oh man, that place is awesome. They have a Christmas Town thing, and there's
Oh, they
this,
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, it's
I
magical.
haven't been there in a while. I mean, I was there 2004. The last time I was there, when I lived in Virginia. So that
Well,
I mean,
you need to go during 2016 and go to Christmas Town. It is so worth it. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
They have the whole place covered in Christmas lights, and they have a bunch of people come out. Well, anyways, there's this guy that comes that sits at this bar dressed as Old Fezziwig, like on the bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and he pours Old Fezziwig all day. Oh, it's a British guy. They hire a British guy to come in and do that.
Huh.
Yeah, so you can get it on draft there. It's really good. I can tell you that.
That's pretty interesting.
That's why I paid $25 plus $10 for the beer, just so I could have it on draft. Oh, it was good. I got 2 of them.
Well, looking at some of the other, like the beer and food pairing, when you get into some of like the main course type stuff, it talks about like pale and lagers being good for stuff like salads, light seafood, starches. If you were going to have a salad, I don't think people had to make salads on Thanksgiving now, but if you have a salad, a pale lager or a pilsner may fit.
no salad on Thanksgiving at my table.
But one of the ones more versatile.
Decent green.
Not unless you're like a vegan or vegetarian, I guess. But
You like greens, like collard greens? They're good at Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Yeah, Southern.
But as far as like the one that's the most versatile as it comes to meat, like you were asking John earlier, is actually pale ale and India pale ales.
Right.
Like they say you can put that with fried foods, Mexican foods, oily fish, rich meats, even things like sausage links. So there's an idea. Thanksgiving breakfast, get out some sausage, eggs, and a beer. There you go. Rock it out with a pale ale or an IPA.
I find sours are very versatile with food too.
Yeah, I think they are as well. And actually, some of the sours are nice for some of the brunch type activities.
Dude, sours are going to be even bigger next year.
Oh, they're pretty big. They're pretty big now. I don't know.
They're going to make it was a real big summer season.
They make it overdone like pumpkin beers.
Oh, they're gonna ruin it. Like it was when so many breweries put them out. People can't handle all that. You gotta have only a few breweries doing a really good one.
Right.
Excuse me.
And then they have like Hefeweizen, other wheat beers for stuff like fruity dishes, hard grains. But this is actually looking at more of just the main thing. But, you know, when you're having your Thanksgiving meal, depending on what you're having, you know, what do you usually like to have to drink with it, I guess? Or if you're having snacks, what kind of snacks do you usually have? Like, what would your beer be if you were having a bowl of potato chips or something? What would you choose for, like, potato chips?
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
I'm kind of in that same boat, whether it be Milwaukee's Best Lager, the new version that came out, the 4.8,
That's good stuff.
which is excellent. Yeah, I think they did it right because it originally was at 4.3. Some say it's 4.5, but when they raised it up, I think that would be a perfect. I mean, any adjunct lager. I mean, any. I guess maybe a beer like Yingling. You know,
Any session beer.
Session beer, but you know, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah. Well, it all ultimately comes out what your palate is as well. So I mean,
Right.
like for me, my palate is kind of. I don't do a lot more of the adjunct lagers anymore because I just don't find them as pleasurable unless I'm like kind of in a situation. Like I said, if I'm at a golf outing or something like that, and everything, I'll drink like a Budweiser or whatever it may be. But usually I like the craft beer. I think it brings more. I want more experience for my palate and stuff. So,
Yeah.
You know, if I'm having something like
I'd say something like what you were drinking or what you put up as a review, the Stone Go-To.
yeah, like a
something
still
like
go
that.
to, yeah.
Hey, they make that here in Richmond.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the city of Richmond kissed some big old stone ass for that. Oh man, that was a good sucky they put on.
But like the
And
still
then they
go-
laid off people because they won't make him much money.
Oh, speaking of eating my mac and cheese with some of this here.
Arrogant
Arrogant
bastard
bastard hot sauce.
Nice.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
I got a feeling when I get old and grumpy, I'm gonna be called an arrogant bastard.
I think I already am an arrogant bastard.
A young arrogant bastard.
You are a bastard.
So what's the hot sauce taste like?
Intense.
Yeah.
Like
it's
an old
almost
arrogant
Give us a
bastard.
review of the arrogant bastard hot sauce, Jordan.
Well, it's almost like it's like a hickory smoked kind of barbecue sauce with lots of spice, you know, lots and lots of flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice lingering heat, but not too powerful. Really dig it. I mean, it's great on mac and cheese, you know, that barbecue, the hot sauce, stuff like that. Awesome stuff.
You know what's really good in mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese? Some sliced jalapenos.
Oh man, yeah.
It's not too many because it goes overboard, but just enough to get that zesty jalapeno taste.
Oh yeah, like
That's a nice way to take it up a notch.
in like a side serving, have like 3 or 4 slices of jalapeno. Awesome stuff.
And some bacon.
Yeah.
No, that'd be good. Jalapeno bacon mac and cheese. Oh god, that sounds like something you would get at a really fancy restaurant.
Or a very hipster restaurant.
Yeah, like in the west side of downtown.
Yeah. Yeah. I had go on.
No, I was gonna say. So, what kind of snacks do you prefer? Like at Thanksgiving?
Well, my family, what we do is I have a huge family, like 60, 70 people. So everyone brings something from a different part of the world, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, because we figure everyone else is doing turkey and stuff, and it does get overwhelming after a while. So we just bring something cool, you know.
Hey, where are you from?
Canada.
Canada, eh?
Oh, out here in fucking Canada, eh, bud?
I always say that Canadians come from Canada.
Canada, bud.
What
Yeah.
part of Canada? Canada's big as shit.
Northern Alberta.
Oh my god, you're way up there.
Yeah, about 6 hours north of Edmonton.
Oh wow. You have internet
Yeah.
up there?
Yeah, man. Fucking. Yeah.
I thought like that was nothing but Native Americans that live up there. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm glad.
Oh no. Like out here, it's like amazing farmland. So there's lots of Mennonites, which I am. So
Really?
we farm a lot.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's the temperature out there if you don't mind me asking? I saw a really large pocket of Arctic air came down into Canada.
Right now,
You can do
it's
Celsius.
in Fahrenheit about 40, 45.
Below? Well, what's Celsius?
0. Right
Okay, it's
around
about
0
32
to
degrees.
-5.
Yeah, it's about freezing for us. Or for everyone.
Yeah.
That's 32 degrees.
Oh, t-shirt weather, man. T-shirt weather.
Yeah, oh shit. No, like negative 20 is when it starts to get a little brisk, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Do y'all do a lot of ATV riding up there?
Oh, fucking everybody, dude.
Hey,
Lots
that's not
of,
how
like,
Mennonite should talk.
Dude,
My
it's
friend-
Canada. Everyone swears. But
One of my best friends
yeah,
came from
lots of-
central Pennsylvania, and there was a lot of Mennonites and Amish around where he lived. And so it was like he was in a very controlled state until he moved down here with me. I live in Virginia.
Yeah. Up here, it's not very sheltered at all. There are some people who still live like that, but
That's good.
for the most part, we're like, hey,
Sounds like pretty progressive Mennonites to me.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, everybody's happy.
We drink lots of beer and smoke lots of cigarettes. That's what we do up here.
Do y'all grow tobacco?
Nope.
In Virginia, it's one of the largest tobacco states in the country.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they love that red clay.
So
Cool, man.
you can eat snow up there yet, Jordan?
For some reason, like a month or two back, when it was still like relatively warm, we got like a week of snow,
Okay.
and then it thawed out, and now I'm thinking it's gonna get till 2-3 feet of snow soon.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Do you have a snowmobile?
Oh man, I can't afford that.
Would it be a luxury?
Yeah, basically. I don't know. It's something I mean, it's cold enough without like 40-mile-an-hour winds coming at you, you know?
Yeah. Hey, what I was gonna, since this is about food and beer pairings, one thing with me, I've never been able to drink beer with my food. I don't know why. Like I have to have water when I eat, but I do notice I like certain beers before I eat certain food.
Yeah.
Like
Or
I mean,
after.
yeah, or after. Like if I'm, of course, when you go eat Italian food, you don't want to drink beer. Like I really don't want to drink beer after I eat Italian food because I'm so full.
All right. The Massachusetts beer review is back. We got the Canadian nachos here. I wonder if my camera's
They
on.
would make nachos. What they did, I don't know what the hell.
Canadian
Yeah.
nachos. That sounds like they got a pothead put together.
Yeah.
Well, then they put it together here.
Yeah, I don't know
We
why.
got,
Yeah,
oh no,
I
yeah,
don't
we
know why
got
you can't drink beer and eat at the same time now, but
we get the camera here. We got the nachos.
So what's
This
on those
is-
nachos?
Yeah, it's Canadian style, so it's got maple ham,
Oh god.
triple cheddar cheese on it. I guess the sausage is maple flavored and it's smoked meat style, and we got boar's head bacon on it.
Chopped up. If it iced.
Does it have cheese curds?
Unfortunately, no, but the cheddar cheese is as close as we're getting to Canadian style.
Yeah,
Okay.
cheese curds would be a good addition, though.
Mm.
Sounds really good.
Super cheddar, cheddar, right? Eric and Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
The triple cheddar from Kraft.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, good.
I take my nacho game seriously.
I guess if it
Seriously.
says the word maple and it's Canadian, right? Okay.
Yeah, or
So
Vermont.
you're drinking that beer with it. Is that what you prefer with it?
Well, I think we go to the Canadian theme for it. So when I was thinking about the entire thing, I was going through the ingredients in my head, and then I tried to go for cheese curds. Couldn't get cheese curds because there's just always some around here.
Yeah.
And then I did the best I could to finesse it. And then what gets more Canadian than Molson for beer? Good luck.
Labatt.
Labatt's. That's my product.
Labatt, Moosehead, whatever you want.
Bob and Doug, right?
Yes, the strange brew. You got to drink Elsnore Brewery beer.
Hey, I ran into a Polliner beer rep last night. He was saying that Fuller's is still family owned, and I was like, hey, can I have your business card? I'd like to send you my information. And he whipped out his business card that had Polliner in big letters written all over it. And he's like, yeah, it's owned by Polliner. and Jay would get pretty giddy about this. It said Dixie beer on his card too.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Ooh. Never had the Dixie beer. We don't get that in the Northeast.
I can get it.
We're way north of Dixieland.
I
Yes.
still haven't bought it yet. It's like $9 a six pack. It's kind of expensive.
$9, really? Why?
For Dixie Brewing?
Yeah, I was like, $9 for this. I know how much this stuff costs down in the South.
I'll go ahead and do.
It's like $4 a six pack.
I cut the bacon string if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy cheddar.
Beers are pretty cheap.
Yeah,
John,
apparently
right?
I had Dixie Brewing somewhere. I got this at one of the beer festivals, but it didn't stand out whenever I had them.
That's why I had
the
it.
standard adjunct style American lager.
Yeah, it's just a regular old beer.
Why would that cost $9? I'm kind of perplexed by that.
Because they think we're stupid.
Because people don't know what it is, so they raise the
Like literally, they're like, "Oh, these stupid white people, they'll pay this."
Hey, John.
Wow.
John,
Yeah.
our beers are pretty cheap in Virginia because when I lived there, and I saw a lot of King Cobra, a lot of Old English 800,
Yeah.
and some other beers. They're pretty. I mean, not just that, but just the other stuff. The Yinglings and whatnot. I think when I left there in 2005, Yingling, I think, just arrived in Virginia, if I'm correct.
See, I was 14 then, so I couldn't tell you.
Right.
Oh, yes. Yes, we were
Yeah, I
younger
was a
then.
wee thing.
drinker.
Shoot, I hadn't even snuffed my first beer yet by then. I was pretty young.
Okay.
Check this out.
Because I couldn't get.
You were in Norfolk?
I lived in Norfolk, yeah, East Ocean View Avenue. There was not just
My cousin's actually going to school there right now in ODU.
nice campus, Old Dominion. Nice campus.
Yes.
William and Mary is a very nice campus too.
That's a
over in
beautiful
Williamston.
campus.
Beautiful
Hey,
campus.
you
I
know
was
what
there
else-
for
you
Christmas
know what is
time.
an absolutely stunning campus?
What was that?
University of Richmond.
Okay.
The University of Richmond.
Yes. Yes. Dude,
Richmond
literally, like
Spider.
there is so much endowment fund there. Like it is incredible how the place looks like Hogwarts.
Wow.
The Richmond
That's
Spider.
University,
Yeah,
man.
if you walked around there, you're like, I feel like I'm in Hogwarts. And just look up pictures of it online. It's gorgeous.
I mean, it's a lot of history in that state, and despite what people may think, Virginia is a real nice area, a little in between of cold and warm weather. And
Oh, I love Virginia's weather.
yeah, I lived there for, like I said, for 4 years, 01 to 05, and lived in Norfolk. But I would go to Williamsburg and go to Jamestown and whatnot. And yeah, the beers were cheap back then to go buy.
Yeah, I mean, I can still get a 12-pack of Bud for $11.
The brewery down there.
Yeah, that's a big ass brewery.
Mhm.
Virginia.
Virginia.
They're oh.
The dirty beef.
Does Virginia have Ashland Brewing?
We have a brewery in Ashland, Virginia. Yes,
Oh, cool.
it's called Center of the Universe.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there were a couple of breweries. There were a couple of brew pubs, in I'm saying I think in downtown Norfolk. I think there was one, and I think you could go up
It's
to.
called.
Mhm.
That's one of our products. It's El Guapo. It's one of their beers. O'Connor's.
Right.
Is that it?
I believe it might have been that one. Yeah, right there, right, and also a couple of spots I used to hang out around the harbor area in Norfolk. That was kind of nice, and
Like Norfolk is a weird area. Like the harbor and ODU and the ballpark is all really nice, but then outside of it, I mean, it's really not that nice.
rough. I know.
Big
Oh,
military
no,
town.
yeah, rough is a good word.
Yes.
Big military town.
Like you have like the Ghent neighborhood and some other neighborhoods right outside of it, but then it's like you have a fence, and then it's like poverty, and it's like this is sad. I want to cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Williamsburg was
that sounds like all of Canada. It's really nice until you get to the shit parts. It's fucking disgusting.
You haven't been to Detroit.
I
You
don't
don't want to
want
go to Detroit.
my next
No,
visit.
that is like you cry a little bit and die a little bit inside when you
You
go
just
there.
watch the movie RoboCop. You get the general gist of Detroit.
Here's a general gist of Detroit. Okay, Hiroshima got atomic bombs. Okay, and it looks a hell of a lot better than Detroit does. You figure that out.
Like literally, like I can go to the worst parts of Richmond, and it seems like a nice part of Norfolk.
Yeah.
Like
I tell you.
Like it's just weird. Like I don't know. Norfolk just seemed really run down in a lot of parts.
I
But
just
inner
always
harbor was
enjoyed.
nice.
When I would leave Norfolk, I would always enjoy going up to Williamsburg, Jamestown, and further up.
That was a nice
going
town.
up to the getting towards like near the DC area, going towards IKEA near a couple other.
Quantico,
Yeah,
Prince
exactly.
William County.
Swedish
Yeah, it
furniture.
was a lot nicer, a lot prettier. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean Richmond's a very up and coming city. You know what else is a really pretty city? Charlottesville. God, it's gorgeous. There's a lot of money there.
UVA.
God's
Right.
country.
There's so much DC money there.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
I've been to
Any
Lynchburg.
other beer smack ideas?
Popcorn with beer.
Taquitos. No, wait a minute. I already said taquitos.
Taquitos. Yeah. Oh God, that's drunchy. Dude. That's drunchy.
Any sort of wine barrel aged beer, eat it or drink it with Italian food, man.
Really? What? Really?
I like it, man.
You could do
it's-
probably a Stella.
What about a Hellas Doppelbock with Italian food?
Doppelbock.
fuck that.
Put it together.
I like to taste it.
They make Hellas Doppelbox now. What?
No.
Dave is saying, Dave over here is saying that Founder's Breakfast Stout should go with some Belgian waffles.
Oh yeah.
That wouldn't be bad at all.
No.
With some
Breakfast
bacon,
some
stout
great
is a
amber.
meal.
with some bacon on the side. Yes, sir.
Well,
How do you do breakfast?
exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they say a Hellas or an IPA is good with Italian food. I
Well, I mean,
don't
Stella's a Hellas, so yeah, that can work.
know.
What do you guys pair with, like just a straight up all American burger?
Budweiser.
Like onions, tomato, some maybe ketchup, mustard.
I think
It could be
almost any kind of a lager, any kind of a pale lager would work really nice,
A good IPA.
and a good IPA would work really nice.
Really?
Now, depending,
IPAs? I don't know.
I do IPAs.
I don't know.
I think IPAs work good with foods that have a nice fatty, meaty content to them. because it seems
Yeah.
and a good spice blend and a good seasoning blend because I think the IPA cuts through a lot of the fat of the burger too.
IPAs.
I mean, a good
IPAs do
center burger or something like that with a good IPA, you're good.
Depending on on how you cook the meat and how if you like the barbecue style or you like more of a traditional hamburger joint kind of a hamburger, you could even go like a brown ale or an amber lager.
Touchdown, Houston! Wow. I'm sorry, guys.
What the hell game are you watching?
Houston and Louisville right now.
Houston.
So NCAA.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 17 right now. They just scored a tip. It was looked like it's gonna be an incomplete pass. Is a tip, and then
That's a big game.
Yeah. Well, it was going to be a big game if Houston had kept it. If Houston not had those two losses.
If Louisville loses, they're going to be out for sure.
Basically,
Still, Louisville this is a must-win for Louisville. I mean, every game is a must-win, but I mean, they definitely have to perform well in this game.
17-0.
Because right now, if you look at their conference as a whole, they're not. The ACC, is not that good. And
hey, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and Clemson, right? Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Outside of them and Clemson's probably the only decent, in the top five. But
if Tech beats Clemson in the ACC title game, would Louisville or Clemson go to the title game?
I don't know. I don't know what division Louisville is in. I don't know if it's in the Coastal.
No, it would go Clemson, ACC. Clemson beat Louisville.
But I don't know what division they're in.
They're both.
I think it'll be Tech Clemson. And
okay,
if Tech
I know they're
beats
ACC, but
there will be no ACC in the final.
You got the
Or
Coastal
in the playoff.
No, Clemson can still get in.
Anybody got another beer to present?
If Virginia Tech beats Clemson in the ACC title game, they will not be going to the Final Four.
No, but I don't think Virginia Tech will beat them.
You never know at Virginia Tech. They beat Ohio State a few years ago.
Yeah.
They pull off some upsets every now and then.
But
anyways, back to IPAs.
Right.
I'm universally accepted everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, with the hamburger, IPAs usually work out well.
I always felt a lager would be better, and
that would be really good too.
But IPAs, I always thought IPAs more like with poultry, maybe like a grilled chicken sandwich.
I'll see how a combination.
They work good with spicy foods, heavy meat.
Barbecue chicken, maybe an IPA. I don't know. Maybe
with barbecue, stouts work well.
Yeah, Italian food. I thought IPAs would go well with Italian food. I remember I've had some lasagna with a Goose Island IPA.
Yeah.
So
when I'm drinking an IPA, I want to be able to taste the beer, not the food. Versus like if I'm drinking a regular old Budweiser or something, I would rather taste the food rather than the beer.
You know what? I think IPAs, at least I've done it before and it's worked very well. IPAs, for me, seem to go really, really well with hot, spicy foods. Because it's almost a contrast in a way where the IPA almost sort of replaces that heat source in your mouth and in your palate with something completely different.
Now, for some people, IPA is spicy. It'll actually make it more spicier, though.
Really? I've not experienced that.
That can happen, too. But I like spicy food, so for me, I like the extra hit.
Be right back.
I like IPAs with stuff like fish tacos, maybe some pulled pork, stuff
That would be
like that.
good, yeah.
That's a good idea. Fish tacos.
Sweet, did I do a fair job on the nachos?
Fish tacos will work out well with the IPA.
And it's harder to pair. I think it's harder to pair your more imperial styles, like imperial stouts, barley wines, American strong ales, or some other strong Belgian beers. I think it's harder to pair those kind of beers.
Well, I think that requires a heavy
Barley wines go good with desserts.
Yeah, barley wines could probably work with a lot of different desserts, although I still think a beer like a barley wine, it's just so complex, so robust in its flavor and profile that it's hard to really pair things with the barley wine that and for the food to not get not for the food not to be overshined by the beer is what I'm saying.
A while back, I paired a clown shoes barley wine with New York cheesecake. Absolutely phenomenal.
Nice.
One of the combinations that I was I took an old Rasputin, and I had actually with a nice seasoned Montreal steak at that point, and it was fantastic.
With a old Rasputin.
Yep. Probably one of the best things I've had in a while.
John,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm crazy. I don't know.
Rasputin yet? John.
Yeah, did you have that old Rasputin yet, John?
Drink your old Rasputin yet?
I have not opened that old Rasputin. Again, I'm waiting. I think this weekend the weather might cooperate with me this weekend. It'll be a little chilly. So I might be able to crack that old Rasputin open. So
That's good.
stand by. I might do a video of it with a hat and a jacket outside.
Do it live.
You know you don't have to wait for it to be cold to enjoy it, though, right?
I don't. But I'm just one of those guys that prefer drinking those type of stouts. I guess again, I guess I want to make sure I have the right setting and the right right environment. But then again, when I did that winter lager review the other day, as you saw me with the T-shirt on, that wasn't obviously that wasn't winter. So
yeah, John.
But that's not your fault. The brewers are bringing.
Hey, Gene, what beer are you referring to?
the Sam Adams winter lager I did a review of. And,
No, the stout.
Oh, the stout. Old Rasputin, the Imperial Stout.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
John wants to be in a New York state of mind when he drinks this beer, I guess,
exactly.
right?
If I feel like I'm back home in the Jersey, New York area.
It's a good beer.
God.
Definitely.
I feel bad that Bruce Springsteen comes from your state.
Hey.
Yeah.
Jersey. I'm from New Jersey too.
He's a great musician, but some people are not too keen on his
We don't need a
politics.
30-minute rant about politics. Give me the music I paid for.
He's all right. We'll be knocking New Jersey now.
Yeah.
Jersey, it smells like a bathroom stall.
Whitney Houston.
South Jersey ain't bad. That's about all I
That's
can
right.
say.
That's where I'm from, South Jersey.
Central Jersey, South Jersey, okay. Northern Jersey, where Uncle Packers are,
Dude.
no problem.
Yeah.
I have heard people down there.
South Jersey. That's where I grew up in South Jersey.
I have heard people down there curse God's name in vain because they hate North Jersey so much. They're like, them bastards make our taxes so damn expensive.
You know what, John? I heard a lot of those comments when I was down in Wildwood 2 years ago. I was down there with my mom and my sister, and we were walking the boardwalk in Wildwood, and I heard a lot of folks, and those folks up there in North Jersey, those New Yorkers want to be New Yorkers up there. And like I said, hey,
There is a line between South Jersey and North Jersey.
Hey, I don't know, but there was always been a running joke about New Jersey. New Jersey is a highway between New York and Philadelphia, so.
It really is. And then there's like South Jersey. Like, there's a big old sand pit.
I love it.
God help us all.
Hey, Wildwood ain't a bad area, isn't it?
What's that?
It's just
Wildwood's a decent area, isn't it?
Just a beach town.
Yeah, Wildwood is a beach town. Very pretty beach town.
Beach.
Yeah. Beach
They
town.
said beast.
Down to the store.
Beach town. And if you go, and if any are there, you look at all their hotels. It gives you a sort of a retro look, like it's like you've been more back to the 1950s. I mean, it's really cool. It's really nice. And a lot of their hotels. Yes, Eric, I like that cheese right there.
I like going up to Atlantic City.
Yeah,
I think the beach is fine as long as you go up there in late July or August.
Atlantic City is dead right now.
It's dead. It's not like it used to be. It's horrible now.
Yeah, me and my mom and my sister, we went there. We said, okay, let's. We ain't staying here. So we drove all the way further down, another 20 minutes to get to Wildwood, and it said, yes, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay.
Unless you're going to gamble, Atlantic City's not worth anything.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God, me and my friends went up there to do a little partying on a Saturday night. Our eyes about rolled out of our head. There's so many pretty girls from like Toms River and Philly and New York City.
Right.
Oh my lord.
You
They
didn't go
wild.
out. You didn't leave. You didn't leave to go a few blocks away from Lake City, did you?
No, I stay in the casino. I ain't dumb.
Okay. All right. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, those girls would cost you.
Those girls, yeah.
That's like a ton down there.
Those
New
girls like
Jersey. Oh boy.
So
What I'll do without New Jersey.
I say
You know,
Wildwood,
I like
if you
New
go
Jersey.
to Wildwood. There's a lot of amusement parks, a lot of good restaurants there. If you're gonna go there, I say
They know
enjoy
what diners are about down there.
huh?
Yeah. They know it.
Diners.
Diners.
A lot of good diners.
Every quarter mile in New Jersey.
Every
hey, there's a good diner in Runnymede, New Jersey.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're all
It's,
pretty decent.
Yeah,
Shit, I
some,
can't
some
remember
are
what it's called.
good, some are decent, and like I said, it's
You got good ass cheesecake.
it's a good spot if you're going like just a nice little quiet time. You and the missus, those hotels are very retro, like you're back in the 50s, and
Are they expensive?
no, they're not expensive at all. Very reasonably priced, and also a lot of these hotels, two of them have indoor water parks in there. One of them had an indoor water park, which kind of surprised me. So
Like the Great Wolf Lodge.
yeah, so up in PA, right? And some, like you said,
Ohio.
Yeah, they have one in
Ohio
they have
is
one in
great.
Western Mass now. There's one in the Dells of Wisconsin.
right.
When
Yeah.
Ohio-
We got one in
One
Williamsburg.
out in the Poconos, and my mom and my sister, my dad have
Correct,
been
yeah.
to that one. So
Those are very cool
Hey,
places.
John,
Yeah.
did you guys go to Six Flags when you were back there?
Well, that was
It's way
way
too
on the
bad.
other side over in Jackson. We
Have
just
you-
like no.
Have you been there before?
I've been there before. Yeah.
So when did you
Hey,
go
why
last
is
year?
Luke Kuechly playing?
He is playing. He just made a tackle.
The last time I was in what you call it at
Flags?
Six Flags was 2005.
Did they still have the safari there?
Yeah, they still got the safari going on. Yeah,
That's
they've
pretty cool.
added a lot of new rides to that place, and that was the last time. Again, it's almost 11 years ago since I've been there. So, yeah, they got rides there, and they got the safari. You can go through and look at what goes on with the
I
animals.
think it was
and
only
whatnot.
Six Flags that had a safari.
Yeah. And it's a pretty cool exhibit. It's a pretty cool thing to look at, So
We used to watch them tear people's cars up because they would bring convertibles in.
my only issue I
Tell
have
them
with
to bring
Jersey.
convertibles, and the monkeys would go crazy on the tops.
Give me.
You had like giraffes and all kinds of stuff, put their head in your car and everything.
Exactly. The only thing I guess the only thing I don't like about New Jersey right now is just the taxes there is just too high, and that's why I'm in Alabama.
Well, we used to have the highest
Alabama's a
tax rate per
wonderful
capita
state.
in
I'll
the
tell you what.
Not to get off topic, but what happened to our buddy Crunch? Is he ever coming back to our reviews?
I don't know. He might be locked in a Silence of the Lambs wine basement. I haven't heard from him.
He puts it on
He
his
sent me a
chin.
tweet last week saying he was getting caught up on a lot of that stuff, but this is a big time for wine getting into the holidays for him.
Yeah, that's true.
How can you? I mean, Louisville got some pitiful defense. Oh God.
Well, 3-3 in the second quarter for Carolina versus the New Orleans Saints. Yeah.
And I've got three
But not much better.
fantasy players in this game. They're all killing me right now.
Yeah.
All right, just moved on to a new beer.
Ooh, excellent.
What you got, Jordan?
From Trinity Brewing in Colorado Springs. Damn, it feels good to be a gangsta.
Oh,
We have a Trinity Brew House in Providence, Rhode Island, which has no relation to that. So I'm kind of curious about how they got that name.
What kind of style?
you
Jordan?
know where they got that name from?
It's a black wild ale.
Wow.
Never heard of it.
It's brewed with honey, golden raisins, and mustard seed, aged on French oak Chardonnay barrels, 8.1%.
Ooh.
What the? That doesn't sound like beer.
I don't know, man. It's pretty fucking tasty, though. I gotta say, like, it's great.
Sounds like a new beer style.
Yeah, it's like
that name was referenced in Office Space.
What are they putting in the reefer in Colorado?
Oh
I
God.
don't know. Maybe meth.
Hey, is
Freaking
marijuana legalized in Canada yet?
Not really, but if you want a card, you can get a card, like within 24 hours.
That's hilarious. Like they're really trying to legalize it there.
Yeah, that was actually the prime minister here. His main concern was getting pot legalized. A year later, he hasn't even done shit about it.
And killing pit bulls. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not going there.
I think it's so funny that our president elect has said stuff and is not going to do stuff, and I can see him legalizing pot. Like I can see him doing that.
You know what?
That would be a
we're
big
not going
win
to talk
for him.
politics, but
No.
I think he's a very moderate guy. I think he's pretty moderate, in my opinion.
I think so.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Not
I don't want to. I agree with you, Gene.
Yeah.
I'm glad my wife's agency sued him and they won in court for his racist acts.
Whatever. You lost. Get over it. End of rant. Get over it, Clinton guy.
I'm not a Clinton guy. I didn't know he's a racist. I got the paperwork to show it.
Well, I didn't go to Trump University, so he didn't screw me in the end.
No, you didn't get screwed there. Your degree is still good.
Thank you. My political science degree, which didn't get me a job
But it
anyway.
wouldn't have mattered.
I still have a worthless degree.
Either one of them would have been issues. So
Very worthless degree and correct. The human race ain't perfect. End of rant.
But the whole not legalizing marijuana thing is just stupid to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
whatever,
it really hurts the
Denver just-
African American community a lot because it gives police another reason to target people.
Denver just passed where it's legal in bars now.
Yeah.
Beer and
Oh
food
shoot!
pairing.
The entire craft
I
beer
think,
scene wants it legalized.
I think what they should do is decriminalize all substances,
Yeah,
but
All of
then,
them?
the dealers.
that's a
Have
good
them,
libertarian point of view. Just let everything go.
Just let meth and coke be legal.
No, I don't have a problem with coke being legal. It's meth and those wild chemical products that are made in labs. They definitely should be
acid.
illegal. You
Well,
know,
this
stuff
is
found in the
so-
basement of in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the way I think of it. Like Ron Paul was saying, if heroin was legal tomorrow, would you go out and do heroin? No, you wouldn't. Like
Yeah.
legalizing something, if you're gonna do it, whether it's legal or not, you're gonna do it. You know.
Well, research is showing that countries that have legalized have seen it go down for use.
Yeah.
So
I mean, pot
Like,
use go
if
up.
someone said, yeah, methamphetamines are legal now, I wouldn't go out and fucking just start smoking it.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
If anything, it's a good way to thin out the herd and get rid of the dummies out there.
There's plenty of those. Just look at American politics.
Future Darwin Award recipients.
Oh, God.
Houston's up 24-0 now. Jesus.
God damn it, Camp! Throw the ball.
Right? Hey, where are you from? Rod? What's your name?
Right.
Rod.
Yeah.
Not Roy
St.
Rogers.
Louis.
You're in St. Louis,
I'm in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Well, Cincinnati, but Kentucky border.
All right.
Oh, so you don't live far from... Okay.
Yeah.
You don't live far from Kentucky Speedway?
No, I'm like 35 minutes from there.
Yeah, like apparently, like somebody told me that was on the. It's right near Cincinnati, but it's on the Kentucky side.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a hell of a thing to go down to because that highway sucks. It's like 2 lanes. It's a national interstate highway. There's like 2 lanes on each side.
I can imagine it's in Kentucky.
Well, they got other better highways. It's just that one stretch that gets really bad.
Beer, food, pairings.
Yeah. So I mean,
Sorry.
if pistachios right now, what would you pair with pistachios? These are the sweet chili pistachios. Sweet chili.
Those, a whiskey. I don't know. Maybe a nutty brown ale.
Eric,
Ooh.
don't tag me in this when you upload it to Facebook.
Don't?
Nutty
Don't.
brown ale.
Okay, we won't tag you.
I'm drinking
Rocky,
other
don't
brand
tag 'em.
beer, so
You can't what?
I can't be on social media drinking other my competitors' products.
Oh, you
Fuck those guys.
you work for a
Yeah.
company?
Yeah,
Okay.
What's the name of the company, John?
Brown Distributing.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna go on here and look at a random video.
What beers you distribute?
Anheuser-Busch, Heineken,
Okay.
all the local Virginia craft,
I'll be back.
North American breweries, including
Backbone?
Genesee and Magic Hat.
You Devil's Backbone?
Oh, you got
Yes.
Genesee up in Virginia now. Genesee comes to Virginia.
We sell the hell out of Genesee.
Yeah, Genesee go.
Guys,
Great product.
I have company right now, so we're gonna go watch hockey, of course. But
Hockey night in
let's
Canada.
see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Hockey is
No, we
the
probably won't do it
national
next week because
pastime.
it'll be a holiday.
Oh shit!
That's
Yeah, I
right.
guess.
Thursday.
Nice talking to you.
But
All right. See ya.
definitely do a
Later.
special episode.
See you later in Tabernacle.
Hey,
Yeah,
share some
for sure.
share some good macaroni with that
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
You gotta yell it when you say it, just like booze reviews. Tabernacle.
That's stadium. Look it up. You'll see what it means.
Or watch a booze review channel.
Yeah.
Tabernacle.
Yeah, he's like locked away doing his 12 beers of Christmas or something he's doing.
It's only November 17th. Oh.
I don't know. He's
Oh
trying to shoot
shit!
all
My
his
friend's
videos.
birthday's tomorrow. I gotta buy his birthday present.
And how's the Bush beer? Come on.
He works for Miller.
You don't even
Oh, you better buy him some fortune.
He works for Miller, the Miller distributor, not Miller.
Oh, okay.
They actually send help to their merchandisers. My company, they're like, "Oh, 300 case order, you got this."
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So you really can't be seen out in public or on social media drinking another
Well,
distributor's
it's more
beer?
social. Shit. It's more social media than anything.
That's okay, whatever.
So if John Walker's drinking a Miller High Life and you're
Oh, John Walker doesn't drink Miller High Life.
okay.
Whoa, come on now.
Okay. Milwaukee's best. If he's drinking Milwaukee's best.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if I get caught out in there,
That's
they're gonna be
it.
like, "Why'd you post that to Facebook?"
That's redonkulous.
Well,
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
Well, yeah.
I got other friends that are sales reps and distributors here. They're the same way. Like they can't be seen with other products usually. It's like if you're a Pepsi guy, you can't be in a video endorsing Coke.
I'm not
just
saying
hanging out.
endorse the product.
But if you're a Pepsi guy in a video
I'm saying
snorting
if they're
Coke,
drinking Coke and talking about it, there might be something bad.
Oh, whatever.
Well, you're just hanging out just with friends and you're drinking a Milwaukee's best or whatever, and
Hey, some
no,
companies,
it's whatever. It's just you're putting yourself out there on social media, so you should be representing yourself wisely.
don't put the damn camera in your damn face.
Yeah, you're right.
Wear a
Yeah,
mask.
yeah.
Don't take no picture of me. Leave me alone.
No, take no picture.
Come on to the show like Batman.
Have your
Yes,
hat,
John.
have your hat cover your face like this. You know, don't take no picture.
What is it, the beer paparazzi on Facebook?
God damn.
What is
Oh,
going
man.
on there?
Stay.
John, enough with the chip bag.
I don't have a chip bag.
Who's got the chip bag? John Pierre, chip bag. Spit.
That wasn't. Did you have a chip bag? Was that what John making the noise, or was it John?
I don't know. No chip bags. Stop it.
John Walker.
I know it was one of the Johns that were making that noise.
My phone kept falling.
We better make this thing off air and go.
Indiscreet
Overtime.
John. Indiscreet John was making.
Hey, I'm switching from phone to laptop, so bear with me for a minute.
All right.
Sweet. Goodbye.
What beer? Okay, gents.
Any
I
more
know.
pairings?
What beer are y'all having? I know it's off topic. What beers are y'all going to be drinking beer Thanksgiving? And what beers are y'all going to be having?
I think it depends on what I have left in my fridge when Thanksgiving comes around. But
Okay.
as it stands right now, there's a wide variety open.
Yeah.
It just depends on what I'm feeling, what I haven't done reviews on. I've got probably 30 to 40 beers in the fridge. So
Oh God, 30 to 40 in your fridge.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
Quick question, guys.
I know every year, even although I don't have it with the meal, every year we do end up in my family. My cousin and I do the beer tastings every Christmas and Thanksgiving. We end up doing this Mayflower Brewing Company Thanksgiving ale. I guess it's considered an old ale style, so it's actually pretty nice. What I normally do is after Thanksgiving, as you can see it with it's like $4.99. This bottle I got last year. What I end up doing is I end up buying the beer after the holiday when most of the stores in my area have clearance shelves, or they have one of those tables with all the clearance beers.
Everything out of the warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one usually comes pretty cheap. I find it between $4.99 and $6.99, which is a great value for a beer like that. So that's what I would recommend doing if you guys want to have a seasonal beer with the meal and you want to not really break the bank. Well, you can buy that year's beer and save it to next year, and you'll already have a year-aged beer waiting for you on the next holiday, which is kind of a treat in and of itself.
Hey, guys.
The problem is the waiting, I believe.
Right.
Yeah. I know some people just want to drink the damn beer, right?
Yeah.
Eric, how much was for that bottle?
$4.99, and it's a
That's not
pint.
bad. That's not
It's
bad.
a pint 6 fluid ounces, and I think it's got to be around. It's got to be a little over 7%, I would guess.
All right, quick question. What's a better buy, beer or wine? I know it's old, probably mentioned before, but what's a better buy?
Depends on the brand and depends on what you're getting.
Right.
Yeah.
It depends on the people that you're sharing it with.
Right.
Are you talking about bringing beer and wine for the Thanksgiving thing?
Well, all I know is that we're doing a dinner on Sunday. My soon to be, well, she is my sister-in-law now, even though me and my lady been together for 10 years now. We're not married, but anyway, they're having common law. We're having a little get together on Sunday because her husband, he's a seaman. He's going to be leaving on Tuesday. He won't be here for Thanksgiving, so we're having a little get together on Sunday. And I'm thinking, just for me, that KBS looks kind of good, Eric. Yes. They're going to be doing a bunch of things, and I'll probably get me maybe looking at a Boston Lager or something like that to have.
What do they normally drink? What do those kind of people normally drink if they drink beers? Just sort of normal, standard kind of lagers?
The typical BS, Miller Lite and Bud Light, Bud Light I cannot stand.
BS, yeah.
I just want, for me, I know I'm going to bring it. I know they're not going to drink it, so.
You could try things like, for people that aren't really into the whole craft beer thing and don't really, go outside that BS beer, as you call it, you might be able to try some kind of different wheat beers or amber ales or something like that. Maybe if you can get, I'm trying to think of a good wheat beer. Maybe if you can get I don't know if you get Allagash beers all the way down there from Maine, but
why don't you just bring them a bud and just bring what you want to drink?
Yeah.
You could do that and be very nice, but you could also introduce them to something, and if they don't like it, it's not much off your back.
Give them a 30 rack of PBR, and then you find what you want to drink.
Exactly, but also there's going to be a lot of a thing called Smirnoff. There's going to be a lot of thing called Parmesan. They're going to be I know that's their.
You said
beverage. Yeah,
why in the blue hell did you just say Smirnoff?
No. The reason why I said it because that's what they prefer. They prefer hard liquor. Me, I'm a beer person. As
We're
you
not a
know,
hard liquor in the first place.
Oh, it's
Exactly.
not? What would you call it, Dave?
I don't do spirits.
Oh, there you
There we go.
It's still a
I just
vodka.
waited long enough. Here we go.
It is
That's
still, it's
gonna be
still a
on them.
vodka.
They'll be doing the spirits, and me, I'll have my Sam Adams and enjoy my feast and leave it right there. So I'll
All right. Good deal.
yeah. So
So you sound like you're in good shape already.
yeah, I probably will be in good shape for Sunday. You know, and I remember last year when I had the O'Fallon, one of the girls, you know, a friend from the family's, her daughter was asking me, Gene, what kind of beer is that? It's called an O'Fallon Pumpkin Ale. And everybody started looking at me like, what?
Nobody's heard of a pumpkin beer in the non-craft beer world. Is strange to me.
So I said, yeah, it's an O'Fallon Pumpkin Ale and pumpkin beer. So yes, that's what I'm having for Thanksgiving while everybody was getting ready to hit the streets and go shopping. You know,
No, shopping is a dumb idea on Black Friday. Forget that.
no. Black Thursday now. Now it's Thanksgiving Day. Some stores.
Oh, Black Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like one time.
But I like the fact that Mall of America and a couple of other stores have done and said that they're not going to be opening on Thanksgiving Day, which is, I mean, I'm very, very happy about that because
It's a day for the family. It's not a day for commercialism
Thank you. That's what I.
or whatever you want to call it, capitalism.
It's a day to celebrate.
Prediction. Relax.
It's a day to
At least it's a
celebrate.
secular holiday. Word. It's a secular holiday. At least you don't have to offend people by saying Happy Thanksgiving, right?
It's a
Exactly.
day to celebrate the land taken from the Native Americans.
Damn it! You always got to be on that side of the fence.
Guys,
Castle
we got it.
Island. I never heard of that, guys. What beer is that? Is that an IPA or what?
Yes, it is. It's one of our New England style IPAs. This is from Castle Island Brewing Company. It's a newer brewery from Norwood, Mass. It's maybe 10 minutes down the road on Route 1 from the Gillette Stadium. It's their Keeper IPA, New Age India Pale Ale. It's 6.5%, and I did a review of that on my beer channel, the Thomas Middle 75 Masters Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. And I think I ended up giving the beer an 88 out of 100, and so far I'm gonna keep that high B+ rating. Although
That's the hops.
if you ask Jay Terrio, a B+ isn't that good anymore. Well, it's not that good these days.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's pretty good. It's got the juice quality to it, which is what you want from a
Just
New
like the
England
Saints.
style.
Just like the Saints, the B+ team.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
I'm just calling Jay the Riot from now on.
But yeah, it's definitely got a lot of. I think it's got a lot of piney notes and the resin and the oily notes to it. It definitely has some juicy qualities to it and some of that dankness underneath, a light amount of dankness.
Yeah, hoppy pine.
There's definitely the pine notes, and I do recall that from my review on my channel. It definitely has the pine notes, and it's got that New England sort of a juicy quality there as well, but it's totally got the West Coast piney kind of a feel to it, and some of that grapefruit and orange and pineapple that you would expect. So, I mean, it's definitely it's definitely in the, between a medium and a high body. I would say it's more towards the medium. It is pretty crisp, clean, and refreshing. And if this is your style of beer and you want just a little bit more heft, but not too much
Right.
to your sessionable beers, this could be one to go to. But I realize
It's a good wake-me-up kind of beer. It really is.
I realize that you folks probably don't have access to this one. So I guess the best thing that I could really compare it to is somewhere between a Sculpin beer and Torpedo from Sierra Nevada. It's somewhere in between those two in the flavors.
Okay.
The Saints returner just dropped the ball on the 1 yard line. He missed
He
it.
sucks.
1.5.
We just saw that, yeah.
It's awful.
It's kind of 3 in the second. That's awful enough.
Wait a minute. Is it one of our guys like we have around here like from like the South kind of area, like Louisiana, New Orleans?
Oh, yeah. The Riot?
Yeah, the Riot.
Hashtag riot. Hashtag, oh dear God, your team needs work.
Ooh.
Hashtag Vienna sausage with beer.
Hashtag no B plus.
He loves
Yes,
it.
if Jay the Riot was here right now live, you'd be having saltine crackers, Limburger cheese, and Armor great value, whichever Vienna sausage from a can you could have.
Yeah.
With Limburger cheese, that's kind of a high class value meal.
Extra strong cheese. You know, I like those style of cheeses.
I don't know what kind of beer he would pair with that. Maybe a Colt 45 double malt. I got no clue.
I can't get
Milwaukee's
that here.
best.
Yeah, Milwaukee's best lager that just came out.
Man,
Yeah.
people keep drinking. Like, I cannot drink Milwaukee's best. I haven't drank that since being a
Since
teen
never.
freshman in college. People keep talking about it. I keep seeing reviews pop up. I'm like, why? Why are people going back
I don't
to
know what the
Milwaukee?
difference is. I don't know what the difference is between Milwaukee's best lager and Milwaukee's best premium. Maybe they just changed the name.
They probably did. It's probably
They just raised the ABV from 4.3 to 4.8. That's all it was.
Oh, damn. That's going to get you shit-faced.
That's it. That's all.
I mean, that was like, you read Milwaukee's best as like college kids when you had to scrape money together to get beer.
Or just like
I
this
always
beer.
get looks.
Or just like this one. This is the one that college kids are going to be drinking a lot of right now because of their budget right now. And this that
Rockdale
Walmart
Light.
brand, that Walmart. Yeah,
Oh, the
Rockdale.
light version of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rockdale. Yeah.
Oh, it's me, Bud Light.
Oh, Rockdale Light. Oh, that we unfortunately, I've mentioned this before. We unfortunately do not get any beers that are, or any liquor that are sold in Walmarts up in the Northeast.
Yeah.
None.
Except for New York State.
sucks.
Except for New York State.
Talking
Right?
about here, there's like PBR, Bud Light, Coors Lights, some of the
Rubinoff vodka. The $11.99 handle of cheap shit.
But you know what? You know, say what you will, guys. But you know what? That's what people. You know, hey, it's one of those legacy things. Hey, you know, it's what I can get. It's what I can, muster up. Whether you're a college student or just someone who's really, as a friend of mine used to tell me, hey, I'm a cheap hoe, and I like to buy, the cheap stuff, And
Yeah, but there's a difference, I think, between saying I'm cheap and then buying the Rubinoff, and then drinking it, and then saying I'm a cheap hoe.
Right.
You become the cheap hoe after the Rubinoff, not
5
before.
points goes to Tommy Boy.
Not before the Rubinoff. It's the same thing with Burnett's vodka.
Right.
Let's do a cheap vodka night, John.
10 points, Gryffindor.
What's considered cheap? Seagram's vodka or Smirnoff vodka? Which is Seagram's?
I think Seagram's is probably cheaper.
Or Taka, or better yet, Taka.
I don't even know what Taka.
Oh, never even heard of that. That must be cheap.
That's very cheap. That is very cheap as the barrel goes. And that will give you a
Seagram's does vodka?
Yes, they do. Seagram's does vodka.
I've
Yes.
never seen
Oh, stuff I brewed into my bathtub. It'll get you drunk.
That Taka. All I'm going to say about that Taka, you're going to say no spirits again.
Yeah.
Well, what are you mixing your jungle juice?
My spirits, the Taka would be made with just whether it be any orange juice or whatever, and but I would say, man, this doesn't taste like some of the real good vodkas out here, and why am I feeling the way? Why am I feeling like
I've
this?
had many nights with vodka in my early years of being in my after 21, and vodka can be a deadly
Vodka's
thing.
not too bad.
If you drink a half a bottle and then fall down a flight of stairs, it is.
Now, if we get enough requests, I will tell a story of that one, okay?
Eric, a Lions fan. Hello.
Eric, in the house.
Eric, what's going on?
I didn't think you would. We were about to close down. I didn't know you were going to make it.
Well, I actually looked at my Facebook post and I'm like, shit, man, I never even looked here.
Last week, Eric was blowing me up. Send me your things. I sent him a thing, and he never shows up till now.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize you were wrapping up.
No, we're good. We weren't going anywhere. We've been talking about somewhat pairing food and stuff, but then we got all kinds of other stuff. So, what'd you drink tonight?
A&W.
All right, the original.
That is the word root in there, though.
It does.
They're made out of root.
Well, I had one beer already tonight, and I'm just getting ready to. Well, it's uploading right now, so I figured, it's getting late. Getting ready to go start. Well, what time is it here? It's 9:30.
What time you gotta get up?
What's that?
What time you gotta get up?
6:30, right around there.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
Thank you. So AEW goes with a lot of different foods there. Come on now.
Well, I had a Roundhouse Ale by Bell's Brewing.
Oh, how is that one? I haven't had it yet.
It was okay. I mean, there wasn't anything outstanding about it. I gave it a B.
B. You just did a review on it. You uploaded right now.
Yeah.
I've seen it around.
Yeah, it's uploading right now. Sorry, guys. I got a phone call here. I got to take it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for swinging by. Yeah. So, anybody else? Any pairings or anything?
Beer pairs good with football. End of story.
Yeah. Like I said,
Oh.
beer, you know, I say any lager, whatever you have, guys. I mean, if the beer you got is inexpensive and you're pairing it with like some popcorn, you know, chips, you know, some, you know, cheese, whatever, and crackers or whatever, dip, chips and dip, whatever. I mean, whatever beer you have and you're enjoying it, from an IPA to a stout, a Bock, even a Helles, aka high gravity beer, as long as you're enjoying it. Yeah, Colt or Colt 45 double malt, whatever it is. Whatever you're enjoying it with your, you know, your snack, you know, you're happy, you're in a good mood, you know, that's all that matters.
You know what they say, it works every time, right?
That's right.
The big thing is experiment with it and have fun.
Yep. We crushed this beer review. We crushed these nachos. If you're still watching this video, why the hell are you doing that? But thank you.
Yes.
So with that being said,
Great entertainment.
another.
So, right? We wish you were here.
As John would say, beer banter.
Yes. They like the
What
Canadians.
do you say? Beer rambles. What you say, John? Beer rambles.
The beer ramblings.
We've had a lot of beer rambles.
It's like the albino rhino nights where he does his Google Plus. They go on forever talking about obscure beer laws in Ontario for like 3 hours.
Sterling entertainment. I know.
Yep.
Really.
If you did watch, we appreciate you. Hey, Eric's back again.
We're closing out now.
It was a pretty important phone call. Sorry.
President called.
My buddy's coming from Wyoming. He gave me a call.
Oh, nice.
Why is Pittsburgh playing Thanksgiving night? Oh God, that's a bad game.
What is the game Thanksgiving night?
Yeah.
I agree. It's
Steelers and Colts. I mean, I don't think that's going to be an entertaining game. And the Colts don't. I mean, it's amazing. Tennessee may win that division that they're in. I mean, which is incredible.
This game has been horrible tonight.
Yeah. On that note, we should really go on to overtime with the conversation here.
Yeah. So thanks for everybody watching tonight. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down.
Shut it down.
Rod J here, and not really much more to say because we've rambled a lot. So anybody else got any closing thoughts?
No.
I am
Thomas Metal 75. This is Dave. I am on the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I appreciate everybody watching tonight, and we are out of southeastern Massachusetts on the Rhode Island border.
I am Jean Henderson Pierre. You can catch me on my YouTube page, and I do share my videos on Facebook. So
Stay tuned.
Via born and raised in New Jersey, living in Mobile, Alabama.
The youngest beer from Mississippi.
That's a pretty good big wheel there.
Thank you, Dave.
And Eric, I know you only got here for a little bit. You want to introduce yourself?
Yep, I'm Eric from Eric the Lions Fan. I'm just not only on YouTube. I do beer reviews, Detroit Lion preview, post-game stuff. A little bit of Tigers baseball here and there. Mostly it's just those three things.
Too bad about
Straight out of Motor City.
Too bad about Justin Verlander and that Cy Young Award.
It is what it is. Rick Porcello did a damn good job.
Yes, he
I gotta
did.
admit.
And of course, Rod J here. Obviously, you're watching this, you're on my channel already. But check out the website, www.rodjbeerventures.com. Get the blog, get the Instagram, get the Twitter, get the Untapped, get the Facebook, get everything you possibly want to get about beer. And we will see you next time. Keep drinking good craft beer. Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving, America.
Yes.
See y'all the week after.
Make
Enjoy
sure
your
you
turkey.
wear those sweatpants next Thursday with the extra elastic band or a drawstring. You want to be able to let them out.
Oh,
Eric, I'm gonna get
God.
with you
Nobody
after
wants to see anybody in
Thanksgiving,
tight pants. No family member wants to see another family member in tight pants at Thanksgiving.
Everybody doing?
Fellas, leave the
I'm
spandex
wearing
alone.
tight pants. I got my tight
Fellas.
pants on.
Leave the skinny
Those
jeans
are looking
alone.
ready.
You don't wear skinny jeans in the Thanksgiving when you're due. Well, you don't wear them anyway, but you don't wear them in Thanksgiving. You know they're not going to hold when you're eating all that food. So keep that in mind.
The Jimmy Fallon skit.
Ladies,
tight
I'm
pants.
not going to say anything about the ladies. I never talk about the
I
ladies.
got my tight pants.
Ron said,
Take the knee, man. Get off the field.
Thanks again. We'll catch you next time.
Salute.